In prayer, it's important that we use high quality prayer requests. Hi, I'm Gina Duke with Churchtown Ministries. You know, I remember a time when my elder daughter had a prayer request. We were having our family devotion time on Sunday night, and when it got to be her turn, she announced that she wanted to pray for snow so that she and her sister could stay home the next day. So I took that as an opportunity to have a little bit of a teaching moment with her about things that are appropriate to pray for and things that are not. You know, Ecclesiastes 5:2 says, "Do not be quick with your mouth. Do not be hasty in your heart to utter anything before God. God is in heaven, you are on earth, so let your words be few." And I hope the last phrase of that verse gives you some relief. You know, we don't have to have this long laundry list of prayers to take before the Lord. And so how do we really decide what needs to be taken to God, and what are some things we need to just take care of on our own? And so what I want to do is kind of help you with that. There are some prayers that maybe are more desires of our heart. For instance, let's talk about vacation. I love to have a vacation every year. This year I did not get a vacation. I got a staycation. My husband had some things he wanted to get done around the house. We were trying to put more money toward ministry work, and so we did not take a vacation, though I love to have one. So I don't typically pray for something like that. Psalm 37:4 says, "Delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart." So there are some things that I just desire. But I just figure if I'm serving God and loving God, I'm just going to leave it with Him. If He wants to bless me in that way, that's fine. And I'm not saying we would never pray for a vacation, because I do think sometimes people get in a situation where they're so stressed out at work, they need a break. You know, they need a time to get away. And so I might craft a prayer request for something like that, more about, you know, Lord, you just know, you know that I need a moment of just some time to get away, or a time of refreshment, and I think that's perfectly acceptable. But just to pray that we have the money to go on vacation every year is not something I normally, it didn't have any eternal value, just like praying for snow. So I just don't take those things before the Lord. But another example of how we can craft a high quality, when I say high quality, I mean higher quality, something that has eternal value. A lot of times if we have someone that we know who's lost their job, we have a tendency to quickly begin to pray that they get another job. And sometimes that's not always the correct prayer, because we don't know what God's trying to do in their lives. I've seen God take people and redirect them to ministry, redirect them to another career, or people have lost their job, and then, you know, a family member will get seriously ill and they end up being the caretaker, and God, it just worked out that way. And so when we pray, we really need to pray with the thought of things that have eternal value, things that make sense for us to pray for. So let me recap. Some of our prayer requests are not worthy to be taken for the Lord, so we just need to take those off our prayer list. Some prayer requests, we should just default to Psalm 37:4. You know, these are the desires, recognize them as the desires of my heart, and if the Lord wants to bless me in that area, that's fine, and if He doesn't, we're okay with that as well. And then all the remaining prayer requests, we need to present them with the higher quality and intention, with our focus being on the higher things of God, and not so specific that we're not really even praying according to God's will. So for more tips on organizing your prayer closet, you can go to ginaduke.com and check out my tab on my book that's coming up called Organizing Your Prayer Closet.